Good morning, students. Hello, how are you? I hope that all of you must be fine and in good health. So, dear student, it is the time of your political science class, and we have already begun with part A of your book. This part A is Indian Constitution at Work. In this, we have already begun with chapter number 1, the Constitution, why and how. So, dear students, in the previous class, we had already discussed about what is a constitution and why do we need it. In that, you come to know that a constitution is a fundamental legal document according to which the government of a country works. तो ये बात बिल्कुल क्लियर है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या होता है. एक फंडामेंटल डॉक्यूमेंट है फॉर एनी कंट्री. इट इज़ अ लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट एज वेल. यू कैन यूज इट एज अ इन द कोर्ट एंड इट रिक्वायर्ड टू गवर्न अ कंट्री. Dear student, as you know that there are certain rules which are required to run a school. समझते हैं ना आप सब. हर इंस्टीट्यूशन के, हर स्कूल के क्या होते हैं, कुछ रूल्स. इन द सेम वे you know that to run a vast country we need a constitution, means the written rules. Now the question arises, what is the necessity of constitution? इन रूल्स की हमें ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ती है? सो द फर्स्ट पॉइंट वॉज अ सेट ऑफ रूल्स टू क्रिएट एन ऑर्डरली सोसाइटी. आप देखते हैं अपने स्कूल में एक जूनियर रिसेस होती है, एक सीनियर रिसेस होती है. वाई इट इज़ सो? बिकॉज वी वॉन्ट टू मेंटेन लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इन द स्कूल. अगर सीनियर और जूनियर दोनों बच्चे एक साथ उतरेंगे रिसेस टाइम पर, so it will create chaos in the country, in the school, sorry. So it is a set of rules to create an orderly society. Except that a constitution determines the forms of government and the power which is to be exercised by the various organs of government. As I taught you in the previous class, the various organs of governments are the legislature, executive and judiciary, and all these organs are being run through the constitution. No one can use more power which is already mentioned for them. The third point was it limits the power of the government. You all know very well that government can't do anything which is against public, and the public can control the government. So this constitution limits the power of the government. The constitution set out the basic objects and ideals of society. आप सब जानते हैं कि हर समाज के कुछ रूल्स होते हैं, कुछ आइडल्स होते हैं. These ideals are being also mentioned in the constitution. For example, India is a democratic country. Fundamental rights are given to the people. As well as we are a secular country. We are a sovereign republic country. So such ideals are also mentioned in the constitution. Except that the constitution makes clear the rights of the citizens. You all know that our rights, our fundamental rights are also written in the constitution, and no government can avoid them by giving to the people. So this all was the recapitulation of the previous class. So my today's topic is a just and effective constitution. अब संविधान तो बन गया, रूल तो बन गए, तो विच रूल विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज जस्ट रूल्स? एक सही उचित कानून हम किसको कहेंगे? द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एस्टैब्लिश द रूल ऑफ लॉ. ये क्या करता है? कानून का शासन स्थापित करता है. बट द रूल ऑफ लॉ हैज़ अ सिग्निफिकेंस ओनली if by law we understand the just law. In fact, all states, including the fascist, communist, and the despotic ones, are ruled by the law. दुनिया का हर देश किसी न किसी कानून पर चलता है, लेकिन अगर वो कानून लोगों को भला ना पहुंचा रहे हों, उनके फ़ायदे के लिए ना हो, तो क्या हम उन कानूनों को उचित कानून कहेंगे? You know that in Arabian countries, the vote of 2 women is considered equal to 1 man. तो क्या ये उचित कानून है कि एक औरत की वोट का वैल्यू हाफ ही माना जाता है? Of course not. So, the law in these states are not the just law, neither are they administered in a just manner. For example, you know that in South Africa, there was a policy of apartheid. The blacks in Africa, जो कि वहाँ के 3/4 population थी, were denied the right to vote. उनके पास क्या नहीं था? Right to vote. More than 70% of land had been reserved for white people. Such a policy of separateness had a legal sanction in South Africa. आपने 9th क्लास में पढ़ा हुआ है कि 70%, मोर देन 70% ऑफ लैंड वॉज रिजर्व फॉर वाइट्स, जबकि मैक्सिमम पॉपुलेशन कौन थी? ब्लैक. एंड दीज वर द रूल्स देयर. सो कैन वी थिंक दैट दीज रूल्स आर जस्ट रूल्स? नो, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. इट वॉज ऑल अ क्रिएशन ऑफ अनजस्ट लॉ. ओनली that constitution would be called a just constitution which promotes the ideals of peace, prosperity, justice and happiness. यानी जब कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या प्रोवाइड कर रहा होता है? हैप्पीनेस अमंग द पीपल, prosperity among the people, peace among the people, then we can say the constitution is creating just laws. Secondly, it should be an effective constitution. सिर्फ कानून बनाना काफ़ी नहीं होता. बहुत बार हम बहुत अच्छे कानून देखते हैं. The rules must be implemented properly. The test of effectiveness is that the constitution shouldn't exist on paper alone. The rule should deliver the goods that the constitution promised. तो जिन चीज़ों की प्रॉमिस की जाती है, जब वो कानून प्रॉपरली लागू होते हैं, ओनली देन वी कैन से दैट वी आर अंडर अ जस्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. आई थिंक आई हैव मेड माई सेल्फ क्लियर इन द टॉपिक. इफ़ यू फील एनी प्रॉब्लम यू मे कॉल मी. सो I just want to begin with another topic. This another topic is the authority or source of the constitution. कि आफ्टर ऑल ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आया कहाँ से है? किसके पास अथॉरिटी है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लाने की, उसमें रूल्स लिखने की? मीन्स हु ड्राफ्टेड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. यानी किसी भी देश का जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, इट इज़ ड्राफ्टेड बाय हुम. किसने बनाया, किसने लिखे रूल्स? यू नो दैट यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका is known for first written constitution in the world. सबसे पहली बार कोई देश जिसने एक लिखित संविधान बनाया, वो कौन था? US. So the constitution of United States was drawn up by a convention. Convention means an assembly that met at Philadelphia in May 1787. The 55 delegates who drafted the constitution included most of the outstanding leaders of American War of Independence. Do you know that जैसे हमारा देश कभी ब्रिटिशर्स के गुलाम था, बिल्कुल वैसे ही अमेरिका was also under the British rule. तो they had a war of independence, and after that they started writing the constitution for them. and that is why this constitution is known as the first written constitution of the world. So they drafted a constitution for them. The US Constitution was officially adopted on 4th March 1789. But we have to discuss the Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India was created mostly by the leaders who had struggled for India's independence. India's Constituent Assembly was a mini India representing all regions and a broad cross section of society. अगर हम भारत के संविधान की बात करते हैं तो भारत का संविधान समाज के बहुत से लोगों के द्वारा, बहुत से वर्गों के लोगों के द्वारा लिखा गया है. The member of Constituent Assembly had a national vision. At the same time, they were familiar with the needs and aspiration of India's diverse communities and the region. Now the question arises, who had written the Constitution? Do you know that what is the first line of Indian Constitution? The first line of Indian Constitution begins with we the people of India. यानी of course भारत का संविधान किसने लिखा? The people of India. तो क्या सब लोग संविधान लिखने गए? Of course not. Some people must be selected. The draft of the Constitution was not put to a referendum. You know what is referendum? Referendum means people's vote. हमारे संविधान के लिए जनता के सामने राय नहीं ली गई, उस पर कोई वोटिंग नहीं हुई. People of India were not asked to say whether they agree or disagree with the document. The new constitution, the opening words of the preamble of the constitution are we the people of India. These words proclaims that the people of India are the constitution makers. You know that it was not been gifted by the British Parliament. हमारा जो संविधान है वो हमें किसी ने गिफ्ट नहीं किया. It was enacted by the people of India acting through their representative. मैंने शायद पहली क्लास में भी आपको बताया था that we are having a representative type of government, type of democracy. हम खुद लोकतंत्र में भाग नहीं लेते, rather we elect our representatives and they work on behalf of us. The Constituent Assembly represented all shades of opinion. It was composed of the people whose credibility was very high. They all projected the people's hopes and aspirations. जो लिस्ट है लोगों की जिन्होंने प्रिपेयर किया, that will discuss later on. You just keep one thing in the mind, that Indian Constitution was not a gifted constitution. It was made by the Indians itself. I just want to touch another topic, and this topic is a beautifully balanced document. Indian Constitution is a very praiseworthy constitution because most of the time it is said that it is a beautifully balanced document. अब एक balanced person क्या होता है? एक balanced person वो होता है जिसके thoughts अच्छे हों, जिसके actions अच्छे हों, जिसके gestures अच्छे हों, उसकी feeling भी अच्छी हो. Fine. आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारे लोग बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन उनकी feelings अच्छी नहीं होती. They are good speakers, but they doesn't feel good. As well as there are so many people, those who are very quiet but they are having good gesture, good feeling. तो इसीलिए इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात क्या हो रही है? अब बैलेंस. अभी मैंने किसकी बात की? एक बैलेंस पर्सनालिटी की बात की. तो हाउ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ बैलेंस्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ बैलेंस्ड डॉक्यूमेंट. How? Because the three chief functions of government, that are legislation, executive and judicial, have been entrusted to separate branches of government. यानी हमारे देश में लेजिस्लेचर, एग्जीक्यूटिव और जुडिशरी तीनों क्या हैं? दे आर सेपरेट ब्रांचेस. द पार्लियामेंट, द मिनिस्ट्री एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट्स एंड अदर कोर्ट्स. मोरओवर, द यूनियन काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर इज कलेक्टिवली रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू द लोकसभा. आप सब जानते हैं वी हैव टू हाउसेज इन द पार्लियामेंट. वन इज लोकसभा एंड अनदर इज राज्यसभा. And our Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. At the same time, it is usually on the advice of the Prime Minister that the President dissolve the Lok Sabha. In India, you know that judiciary is independent of both executive and legislature. आपको पता है जितने जो judges होते हैं, they are not appointed by the Prime Minister. They are not appointed on the recommendation of someone. They are being appointed by the President of India, but with their due qualification. अगर वो सब नहीं है तो वो देश के जज नहीं बन सकते. Why it is so? Because judiciary should work independently. It shouldn't be in the hands of legislature and executive. So, no single branch of government can claim the absolute authority of power. हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है इसमें किसी के पास भी अनलिमिटेड पावर्स नहीं है. The constitution has also devised a few independent authorities to deal with particular matters. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India is an independent constitutional authority whose main duty is to audit the receipts and the expenditure of union of the state. You know that we have election commissioner who created for the purpose of holding free and fair elections in India. The constitution ensures that the election commission shall act as an independent body. The competitive examination for recruitment of all India services are conducted by UPSC. You all know it very well कि हमारे जो कलेक्टर्स होते हैं, हमारे जो DMs होते हैं, they are being appointed by a separate body. ना उसमें लेजिस्लेचर कुछ करती है, ना एग्जीक्यूटिव कुछ करती है. They have to qualify the exam, and which is conducted by a separate body known as Union Public Service Commission, UPSC. The commission has made the provision for separate public commission for the state. आपको पता है UPSC appoints the people for whole country, but there are state commission board also. They appoint the people for themselves. These constitutional authority ensures that the legislature and executive wings of government are held in check so that there is a balance of power could exist. Thus, no single branch of government can subvert the democratic character of constitution. इसके बाद एक बिल्कुल छोटा सा टॉपिक है. द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज़ अ लिविंग डॉक्यूमेंट. आप एक बात बताइए, हम लिविंग किसको मानते हैं? Those who can breathe, those who can change, those who are not static, जो बिल्कुल अड़ ना जाए, जो बिल्कुल टिका हुआ ना हो, जो समय और परिस्थितियों के साथ अपने आप को बदल सके. So that is known as a living person. तो क्वेश्चन ये उठता है कि how Indian Constitution is a living? Of course, it is a living constitution. The Indian Constitution was adopted after considerable thought and discussion, but nothing remained static in the world. आप सब जानते हैं, आपके पेरेंट्स हमेशा बोलते होंगे हम अपने ज़माने में ये करते थे, आजकल बच्चे ये नहीं करते. they have to understand that nothing is static. सब कुछ वैसा का वैसा नहीं रहता. A constitution is a living document. It should suit the changing needs of a growing nation. आज जब देश बढ़ रहा है तो constitution should also be modified. You know that nowadays we have right to education, which was not in the list of constitution fundamental right. Later on we have added it. इसके अलावा हमारे पास क्या है? We have right to information, RTI के rights. This is also added in the list of fundamental rights. So constitution can change itself. जो mechanism है, जो तरीका है, that is also mentioned in the constitution. Our constitution presents the mixture of flexibility and rigidity, although the original document remain intact. मैंने पहले ही बताया, we had certain ideals. That ideals cannot be changed. लेकिन हम रास्ता बदल सकते हैं, हम चीज़ें बदल सकते हैं ज़रूरत के हिसाब से. The constitution has so far been amended more than 90 times. और इस तरह हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को अमेंड किया जा सकता है, उसमें बदलाव लाए जा सकते हैं. एंड दैट इज़ वाई it is considered a living document. I think I have made myself clear. So if you feel any problem, you may ask any question to me. Otherwise, purchase the book from the market, read it from there, listen whatsoever I have told to you. बार बार सुन सकते हैं और कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो पूछ सकते हैं. I'll be giving 2 questions to you which you have to do in the notebook. Thank you very much.